big though, isn't it? Whoa.
Welcome back to our winter project series. In this episode, we play with sails, namely a Flying Jib, a brand new Spinnaker, and our GP14 Spinnaker gets an airing out too. We make a kicker for our boom, and we make sure no more water gets in the boat when we leave her.
Oh. As you can see, if you don't hold the middle of this up with a line, then this is what will happen if there's too much rain. So sometimes you can get it out and into the scuppers like that. Sometimes you can't. There we go. Oh, it's just, oh yeah, just thought I'd check there's nothing in the way. They're small, those scuppers, but they do get rid of water quite quickly. I'm trying to use my microphone today, sort of give a little bit better sound. We'll give it a go. It's not very windy, but just want to make sure it's all working, and maybe we'll try and wear this a little bit more often. There's a Mersey, sort of ebbing out very, very slowly. I would say that's not far off low tide though, and you can just see the little eddy going that way there. Look, if you look in the just on the far side of the river. But very, very lazy looking today. And it's not cold today, not to British standards anyway. It's the middle of December, we've got like 9-10 degrees with like 14 degrees forecast overnight, so over the following weeks. So that's warm. That's really warm. So whilst that's not good for global warming, we'll take advantage of it today, and we'll get the well, what I want to do, because there's no wind today, is sails. So what I've got in this bag are 3 sails, and I'm going to tell you now what we're going to do with them. 3 sails in there. My GP14 Spinnaker that I've been using all season. This, I don't know if I've shown you this is just a new mirror jib I've got off eBay. Guy just, I think it's another one that's just never been used. That's gonna be my Flying Jib, but also could make a decent little storm jib if we can get that to work. And then lastly, this sail here again is a new Spinnaker that I bought that I think I did show you in a previous video. And that Spinnaker is a little bit bigger than that one. And we're gonna get all of these fitted on the boat today. First job we're gonna have to do is get this cover moved. Get this, I think we have tied the mast on so it won't fall down. And that'll allow us then to use this to get the sails flying. So without any further ado, let's get on with it. I don't think that's going to make much difference. So let's get the first sail on there. And so we go. I've been everywhere. I've seen so many things. I've loved and I have lost. I felt the fire sting. I've died 100 times, but my heart is moving still. tell when a knot has not been opened up for like years. It kind of becomes one piece of rope.
No matter where we are, no matter what we face, we're forever on our way. 'Cause we're runners, yeah, we're runners, and so we go. So we go. We climb, never higher, strive to catch.
I think it could come down a little bit, maybe.
No fear of falling down, for later must be soon. And we're all runners, and we race against time. And we're all runners, we were born to chase the tide. No matter where we are, no matter what we face, we're forever on our way. 'Cause we're runners, yeah, we're runners, and so we go. We're all runners, oh, and we're all.
There you go, it's a little bit better, isn't it? Now, we can leave, this line is probably now way too long, but we can cut it and you know, and seal it off, you know, when we need to. And also it might be handy being able to reach it from the other side, things like that. So if you think this could come out here if we're reaching, so you know, we might need a fair bit. So for now we're going to tie this line up. Oh, got it wet, that's a shame. And we'll size it when we start sailing. Yeah, that looks quite good. I think I'm happy with that. And if we need to adjust it up, we'll just have to loosen that bow line off at the bottom there. So that's the first sail. Oh, let's move out of the way of this boat. And that's the flying jib. Now you'll see that the main jib will come here, the foot will come here, or the, should I call it the clew, I think this is. And the idea of the flying jib, and actually the wind's perfect, isn't it? It gives you a good idea, is to have a slot created here, which will power up the jib a little bit, which will in turn power up the main. So this is perfect. Now, if I put you there, right, then the jib sheet needs to come further aft. So the jib sheets come in here. What is recommended is the jib sheet for the flying jib comes in here, and what we will do is put like a little screw, like a little eye bolt or pad eye in here, and then we can bring this in here and maybe tie it off to this cleat here, or find a cleat somehow, yeah, somewhere, and that will give it the ability to sort of come outside the jib. Just to show you how quick this is, literally to douse the sail, you know, and that's the sail doused, and then we just undo it from here or unclip it from the bowsprit, and there we go, we're off. So it's a really quick system to get sails up and down. So there's the sail. I think the head is at the top here, so let's go and get that. Okay, always have to mark them, otherwise you get mixed up. Doesn't really matter which way round it goes. So let's get that in here. Now, the biggest challenge with this sail is it might be too big. So let's get it up there and let's have a quick look. Just got to be a little bit careful of, just be careful, we're just wrapping it around the trailer. Okay, so that's hoisted at the top. Is that right? Yeah, we'll get the tack here I'll just clip that in for now like this. Mate, that'll do for now. And then, yes, I know this is a symmetric sail, but I'm never going to use it symmetrically. Oh. Haha. So you can see instantly it's too big. So you can't have this below the gunnels because it won't fill. So there's two ways around that. First of all, what I found is having this here doesn't let this luff out to form the shape well enough. So if I can show you that just by doing that. So we could raise this up a little bit with some line, which we can do. I'm actually going to tie this onto the clip to make it a bit easier to get on and off as we play around. So let's just stick it like that. There you go. So you can see how that sort of lets it fly a little bit better. So on an asymmetric sail, the clue would be cut up to here or even here. You can see how that fills, and now you can pull it down and you can lead it back here. Yeah, so you can see that filling now, can't you? Let's take the clip off again and this line off. Just clip it back there, which is where it should be. And let's see if we can give that a go. I'm hoping we don't pull the trailer off the boat, because you can see it's made the sail much shorter there. And now ignore this bit. Imagine if this clue was up here, something like this. So what we could do is cut this patch out and re-sew it in up here. So ignore that. And now look, just maybe find the happy medium. Yeah, and now you can start to see this working. I've no idea where the wind's coming from today. We've got a fairly decent wind, but we've got to then make sure this bit doesn't curl over. Now, the reason that's curling over is I think this sail is a symmetric one, so it's a little bit more billowy. So what we could do is take the billow out a little, and then you'd have your point more like that. So again, ignore that. I don't know, it seems to need a little bit more out there, doesn't it, like that? It fills and it's big. That is definitely too big because, look. So I'm thinking if we pole it out, yeah, it's got to have the clue up here, I think. Something's got to move. That's interesting, isn't it? So let's put the line back in. Oh. So the idea of having the line is to let the kite fly up a bit more. But I don't know if that does work. Right, let's try and get it filled first. Like that, that's it, like that. Look at that. I've just come to the back of the boat and put a line on, because normally the line would come around here, and you can see how that, oh, let's wait for the wind to, I'm looking at the masts here, it's definitely pointing from over that way, but I think this caravan's not helping us. There we go. So it wants to fly more, doesn't it? Look, like that. There we go. So let's try it here. There we go. That's where it wants to be. I think that's a benefit. Now, if we were beam reaching, I think that's when you need to bring the lines back here more. You can see how it pulls the kite over. But we haven't got that wind, unfortunately. You can see that's why the luff, if we let it out, you see the luff will feel a bit better there, look. If that was poled out, I think that would work. It's big though, isn't it? Oh, it's so big. It's gonna like pull the nose in, isn't it? What have we learnt from that? I don't think you're gonna be able to make an asymmetric spinnaker from this. I think if you start cutting it out, I think the shape of the sail is gonna be your worst enemy. And I think it's going to be a major sewing job to do that, and then you're going to end up with a sail that will just rip or just be useless. So it's better using it as it is. It's really big, but it does fit the boat, in my opinion. We can always use it symmetrically as well if we want to. The other thing I'm thinking, is it better that we cut the GP14 spinnaker up? Because that spinnaker may make this one redundant. So let's get this one up and let's see what we think. Right, here we go. So here's the one you've seen. So first of all, that fills, there's it filling. Looks nice, doesn't it? It's got a long line on the end there. Probably too long. So if we were running now-ish, or broad reaching, oh my word, got a right grumpy wind here. Let's just wait for that to settle. You know, I've had it there, and you can see how you can pull that out, so you pull it down there. But actually, it wants to fly, this does. There you go. On a broad reach, maybe we would, I think that's right, we would want to tie it down here a little. I think these cleats have to be moved back. And we've actually probably got the eyelets here that would, you know, give us a third point, you know, if you want to get the sail quite down there, like that, look. But let's unclip, or let's clip this back on. But I can feel that. That's got more pull on it than it's ever had on the lake. If it pulls you along, it pulls you along, doesn't it, I guess. So let's get this down and then let's have a think about that. We are talking vangs. So, or kickers, and I brought the kicker here that we bought, £6 for all of this, which is like amazing. But you know, second-hand stuff goes for a song normally in the sailing world, least of all the boats. This is going to be connected down there like this, and this will come up here somehow. That will be, actually, we need to kind of do that. There we go. And that'll be connected up here. I actually think that could be just connected there, you know, and then we've got more than enough line here. So the big issue, the big questions will be, where are we going to attach both ends of this? Now, I've seen a lot of people, or a lot of dinghies, actually have the kicker attached to the mast, and actually they're often attached quite close to the you know, in here, so they have quite a small triangle. But I think what we'll do is we'll keep that distance there, because I think I measured that the same as the mirror, and I think that will be hang on, we've got another screw here actually. That can't have gone there. I think I put that one in and then I put this one in because obviously the mirror vang or kicker wasn't long enough. These are ideally suited to size 10 screws. So these are size 10 by 1.5 inch, but they should be perfect for this. So let's get that one in. To do that, I'm going to take the boom out, so I've got a nice flat surface to lean over on. Driver with me. There we go. Now, do you know what? Maybe we bring back this. Have that like that, so we can now clip that little strop onto there, because a line would ultimately rub, wouldn't it, around that, so that would be good. So maybe we do that, maybe we do that. We know we need it to be as small as possible. I think that might work, and then that can be permanently attached to this side. So let's go and do that, because I think that would be brilliant if we get that done. So that's the next job. I shall see you when I've done it, because it takes a lot of hands to do that. We've got to put this on that side first. So it's a case of getting all these on the right order. So that'll be there. That'll be like that. And then that, you can see, goes through. But you need to have this close enough that it's going to go round this and be tight in here. So you can see, look, that's at the end there now. If you leave it like that, look, this would just be wobbly. So you have to tuck that up. There we go. It needs to go even more, really. There we go, and we're getting there. Yep, that's it. Right, there we go. Now we crimp it. Get in the right sized one, which is, this is the second largest. I think you just need one crimp roughly in the middle. Hopefully you can see this. There we go. Whoa! Right, we're going to come down to the floor to do this. Now the trick is not to do it too much, because the other side of this, I overdid it probably. Oh, there, overdid it there. But there, that's okay. I think that's okay. This now needs to be connected here, and I think about there. So that would go like this. Oh gosh, all about getting your right angles in your head sorted out. And that's permanent on there. There you go. And then now that will be like that, and that will be like that. And then this would be the right way round. Obviously it needs to be this way round. So let's just give that a little dry fit. So that was there. And then that's going to go like that. Yeah, I think that's going to work. So I'm going to put it there. And these will have to come out anyway just to be varnished or epoxied. There we go. Oh, it feels so solid. Then let's get this in. I do like this mirror gooseneck here. It's so quick and easy to get on. There we go. Now, let's get our kicker here. Oh, out of the way. Now the trick is we need to get this the right way around, which is that way. There we go. And there we go. So there we go. At the moment, what we've got to be careful of is that. So there's the kicker working. Hopefully you can see. So there we go. And then if we need to tighten it down. My only issue is that with this right down low here, that line does not, it's going to be very hard to operate. Look at this. So with this right down at the bottom here, if you want to loosen it, good. But if you want to tighten it, it's hard. You need to pull down there. So that's not great, is it? We need to change a plan. We need this to be up here more, about here, to give us the angle to get that locked, which means we need this connected straight to that, which means we need to put this assembly here on the bottom. So we're going to have to do that all over again, but it won't take very long. Save this little in a bit. Yes, we can. There we go. Oh, bloody hell, it's red hot. Okay. So, you see, look, that's raised this up now to where we want it, and then see, you can maybe get all of this in shot. So now if I want to loosen this off, look, I can just pull it, it'll go up and it should stay there. There you go. And if I want to tighten it, I'll just pull it. There you go. It's got a little bit of giving it as the drawers reach it, but there you go. Just give it another tighten, don't you? A little bit more than you need. There you go. That's brilliant, and I feel like that is really strong. There is one kicker done, and the beauty of this kicker is from both sides you can. It's a bit tight. So from both sides it can be undone very quickly. And I think what we need to do is get a little bit of Velcro around that to sort of make sure it doesn't get all tangled up. And then we can undo the bottom look. And you know what? You know, if you want to stow it down here, it'd be perfectly happy down there or behind here. Yeah, it'd be fine. Oh, some nice sun. Lovely. Really lovely. So I want to make a little ridge line for the cover, and this is actually that you may have seen. I've used this so much on the lake. It's this orange floating line, and it's really, really cheap. and it's from Amazon, and you get like 30 meters of it for like £12, and it comes with little clips and God knows what on it. To be honest with you, I think it's where I actually originally found out about these clips, because I think it came with some of these clips on it. But as you can see, it's nasty cheap really, and it's just not weathered very well at all. So we're going to do this ridge properly. Now, the first thing I would say is that this line, I've just not used it. This was originally bought for my mirror to do that sort of Bermuda rig, and this was going to be the main sheet halyard, but I think it's Wayfarer or GP14 halyard, so it's good quality. It's from the Trident website. I've just not used it. Like a year and a half, 2 years later, I've still not used it. So we're going to use this, because this will be job done then, and I think it's long enough so that once we've done that, we'd still have enough of this to be useful. So we're going to find the end of that, and we're going to use this. Right, there's the end. Clip that on there. There we go. I normally leave this line connected in, so it makes it a bit quicker. There we go. Right, now we're going to go to the back. And I'm going to actually come off here. There we go. Make sure all these are on. And then we'll give that a go. That's a lot better than it was, wasn't it? So let's tie that off there. Actually, I like to put a little turn in and then tie it. There we go. Whoop. And then I think that's all we need. So I can chop that line off there. So let me just go and get my knife. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9, maybe almost 10 meters still left there. That's a nice usable piece of rope. Okay. That is a lot. Oh look, oh my god, I cannot believe how much better that is. So that line's not particularly taut, so rubbing on that shouldn't be an issue. Rubbing on that might be, but we're looking good. That's not going to get half as much rain in it, is it, that the last one that it was doing, because it's now got a nice little peak. Brilliant. I'm really glad about that. I think that is going to be it for one day. So thank you very much for watching. What a glorious day this is for December. I feel like we're stealing the environment of it a little bit though, but it's been a brilliant little session down here today. Touch wood. I'll just find some wood. Things are going quite well, aren't they? Very, very eerily well. I'm hoping that's because we used a lot of our bad luck up on the last season. But yeah, things are going well. As I'm recording this, oh God, what's the date? It's at the 15th of December, so we're nearly at Christmas. There may be a few, maybe a little gap, I don't know yet, but we'll be busy in the workshop doing projects there. Whether we'll come down to the boat, I'm not sure. But yeah, we haven't got much to do, but what we've got to do is quite big. So yeah, we need to keep the momentum going, and we need to get this old girl ready for next season. Anyway, I shall see you then. See you in the next one. Bye bye.